Hey there. So, I'm going to test this Busse knife. Busse, who knows. So this is INFI Steel, and it is, as I said in my previous video, really thick behind the edge, stick to grind. What I have done is I've taped off a section of the blade that I'm going to test, and I've done this because I'm going to test it through push cutting, which is me more or less standing over the knife and pushing down on the spine in a downward motion, and I'm going to try and spread the cuts out, so it'll be maybe cut there, cut there, cut there, over and over again. I would take this on its own rather than lining it up against my other tests, because the other tests are done with a lot less pressure pushing down into the cutting board after they pass through the rope. So what I mean is I'll do a light sawing motion, or sometimes just a single push motion with the usual knives that I do, but as soon as I've cleared the rope I stop, because I'll be putting full body pressure down. I can't turn off that that force as much, especially being such a super cool and strong guy as I am. So yeah, just take it perhaps as its own number, just as an indication of how much rope INFI will cut. People love these knives. People invest $1,000 in these knives. They defend them viciously. Whatever the result is of this steel, what I think most people are probably going to say is, well, this is a knife that is made to chop and to be durable and to be incredibly rugged. And I guess that's the intent behind the steel. The steel is made and treated by the company. It's kind of proprietary, I believe. So it's obviously for their purpose. They feel it's the best steel. I have no idea how much this is going to cut. I don't know if it's going to cut 30. I don't know if it's going to cut 300. I'm just going to keep going with it and keep doing those push cuts until it no longer does that to paper. Yeah, it's just a different kind of edge. It's thicker, it's a convex, much thicker than the normal workshop convex. I'd say it's probably about maybe 20 degrees per side. No, maybe 30 degrees per side. Really thick, really sturdy edge. So without much further talking, let's see how much rope this Busse can push through. Alright, again, so I stress, this is different to my usual cut tests, so I'm not even going to list it with the same list, but so for this Busse edge here, I got interrupted a couple of times, so I lost my count, my exact count, but I knew it was somewhere between 80 and like mid-90s cuts in the end. I just had to stop, see the kids off, all that sort of stuff. No worries. So yeah, again, a very different edge test. It was, you probably noticed a couple of times I gave the edge a couple more goes to get that slice going, just because it's clumsy. It's clumsy for me. I don't want to disadvantage the knife. I probably could have stopped if I stayed strict, but the whole test from the beginning was a bit different. So yeah, I'd be happy to say it from a nice, good, sharp convex edge at the same sort of factory thickness, it'll cut rope like 80 to 90 times. I'll put the exact number up on the screen, obviously, right now. And yeah, probably just leave it as that for now. Look, this knife, it's not made to slice rope endlessly. It's not made to slice cardboard endlessly. It's a big outdoors knife. So whether the price tag warrants a bit more performance in terms of edge retention or anything, because really, does this steel do better at anything than say 3V? 3V holds its edge for about twice as long, generous, you know, and that's being generous to this steel. So that's something that you need to, I guess, weigh up. Given that Bark River will make knives of this size in that steel, or even in 4V, for probably half the price still. So food for thought at any rate. I'm going to review this knife still. It is a glorious knife. It is truly, it's something different. It's like a proper, it almost feels like a, it feels like a, I don't know, it feels like a war knife, or feels like a Final Fantasy side weapon or something like that. Just the way that I think, the way that I see the world. It's you know, something that it's like something that you'd start out with in like Final Fantasy 9, but I won't get much nerdier than that, I promise. So yeah, that's the Busse. Sorry, someone did tell me the name of this knife, but I forgot it already. Someone, the Prime maybe, or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for some more edge testing and reviews and things like that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.